How's everybody doing? Yes. I'm doing good. How you doing?
So you guys are welcome to ask anything that you want in 5 seconds or less.
As long as it has nothing to do with Skid Row.
Last week you were in Belgium, now you are in France. How is the European tour of the world?
It's we have a lot of long drives, but it's been going great, and we've done a bunch of shows with our friend Buck Cherry, and we had never met them beforehand, and we've just been having such a great time, and we're just bouncing everywhere.
During the tour, do you intend to record live a CD or a DVD?
Yeah, actually, we're doing the Polish Woodstock in was it the 31st?
31st of July.
31st of July. So we're going to record that and for a DVD to be released. We've never done anything like that before, so it's exciting for us, and it's going to be the largest crowd that we've ever played in front of. It's about 500,000 people, which is it's just fucking insane. So we figured, why not document it, you know?
Tell you what though, Hellfest was pretty fucking cool too.
My God. Thank you for the beer.
Metal Den for Rock the Team. A question about Sebastian Bach.
What?
He says he has sold a few, not so much album, not so much he says he has not sold, not so much album, his new album. And in the same time, he has a lot of 800,000 likers on Facebook. Do you agree with him? Is it a phenomenon?
Well, can I just, in all honesty, we're only concerned about Skid Row, and honestly, I don't know what goes on in his life or Rob's life. This is the most important thing to me and to all of us, and I'm more concerned about Skid Row in today and tomorrow. Our main concern was the show today, and we had a great time, and the crowd was amazing. And then we'll release the next EP in August, the first week of August, and then that's our concern. In all honesty, it's so old and so done that it doesn't have any sort of relevance in our lives. That's the truth.
Please, Nate, can I just ask you, what is left on Skid Row's bucket list, if you have one? What would you most like to do with the band that you haven't already achieved so far?
You were awesome at Download.
You were awesome at Download, too.
You know what?
You feel the love?
Let's let the guys answer that one.
I want to play, share the stage with AC/DC before.
That's it. AC/DC.
I did Kiss. That's great. AC/DC, and then Kill Me right after. I'm good.
So Neil's asked you about your bucket list. What's the highlight?
What's already happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Today was pretty great. You know, right now I'm so high from that crowd out there that shit.
And what can we expect from the new EP that's coming out?
It's a continuation of our theme from United World Rebellion, and you can tell just by here, the world's getting very small, and I think we're all in it together. And it's about not letting the man get you down.
Hi guys, welcome back to France. Here from Subliminzine and Weekend Youth.
Thank you.
It seems to be a busy year for Skid Row in 2014. What are your plans for Europe for the next month?
Well, we have 4 more shows in Europe. I think we end in France, actually.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the States for about 3 weeks, come back to Europe for a few weeks, go back to the States, and then in October we're doing 2 weeks in the UK, and then we're going to hook up with Saxon. We're going out with Saxon, and we're doing the tour with them. We're doing Steel and Diamond Leather and Strong Arm of the Law, and so we're going to meet up with them, I believe, in Germany, and then we're going to finish the year out in Europe, and it's just, we're so excited to go out with it. It's going to be awesome.
Just another question. Who did the choice on the 2 cover songs you're going to release in your new EP?
You know what? It's really hard to choose covers because everyone's done everything. So we go for more obscure stuff, and we're looking for things that have the same theme as what we're trying to get across with United World Rebellion. We wanted to do Queen. Johnny's a big Queen fan. We wanted to do that. Snake's a big Aerosmith fan. We all are actually, and we just wanted to get something that was really cool. So we went through like 100 songs. You know, and
Trying to find one that hasn't been done is very difficult.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even on, I thought, Queen's Greatest Hits, Sure Heart Attack's not on there. It's fucking heck.
So we picked that one.
Only from Russia.
How are you?
Great, how are you?
Great.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you very much.
So we have great melodies in practically all your songs. We love them for melodies, but in late 2000 years, we say, is it true that the melody is substituted by rhythm and aggression? Agree or disagree? And if you disagree, whom you're gonna go to bring the melody down?
I couldn't understand the question. Could someone help out?
I say that we hear melodies in all of your songs, but for the last 2 decades, I think that the melodies are substituted by rhythms and aggression. Do you disagree with it? Or agree?
Substituted melody.
I think he's asking me that
Okay, no.
melodies have gone from rhythm and aggression.
I hate, personally, I don't like to comment on other people's music because of our music. Here, you want to answer?
Okay. Yeah, there is stuff that got more aggressive with us. Oh, not us. As a whole, like music as a whole. You answer that.
Asshole. It's so true, I am. I don't make judgments on other people's music at all. I respect everybody that takes the time to get in a room and write songs and put their heart and soul into creating something. So I'd be the last person to judge anybody. We've always been really conscious of melody. It's something that has always been within our own songs. So as far as anybody else, I can't really give you an answer on that one, honestly. I respect everybody's ability to make music, and I know how hard it is. So to put a band together and to maintain a band and to go on tour with each other, it's a crazy fucking thing, but I respect anybody that can do it.
And the beauty of music, making music, playing music, there's no rules.
Right.
You know, you could make no sense in your song, but if it feels good, and it feels good to you, feels good to the band, that's all that matters, you know? There's no rules to making music. That's why we have the best fucking job in the world.
That's right.
So with the EP called United World Rebellion, and you look at those kind of issues, there's a lot of causes out there at the moment, such as the Arab Spring and the 1% that's marching on the street. What to you is the most important kind of collective cause out there?
Well, we, like as far as charities, stuff like that, we're...
So current world issues.
I'm sorry?
Current world, sorry, I've lost my voice. Current world issues, the biggest current world issues.
World Cup.
You know,
USA's still in it, by the way.
again, it's like, we try not to worry about too much stuff, but we do. As people, we do. As a band, we worry about ourselves because we have huge egos. But, you know, there's coming from America, we always get involved in a lot of other people's problems, and it really drives us crazy. But it's what we do, you know. As far as a band, we're very involved with autism, and we have friends that have children that have autism, and we we get very involved with those type of charities. And it's not on a global level, but in the States we do it here.
Johnny has got a wonderful thing he's doing for children who have terminal diseases, and he's been doing this. He just started it up, and it's I'm so proud. We all are proud of him that he's reaching out and being involved with children. We all have an affinity for kids, man. We all have families and nephews, nieces, sons, daughters, and there's nothing worse than seeing a kid suffer. So to bring a smile to a child's face is the most amazing thing in the world.
Guys, can I? Yeah, it's kiddo rags. It's very simple. When these kids lose their hair, they don't feel cool. So I want to make them feel like a rock star. So I give them do-rags, like I wear, so that they can feel like a rock star. And maybe they'll forget about her just for a little bit, you know.
Guys, just to bring it back to the music, can I ask you all individually what you think the best Skid Row song ever written is?
Scotty?
Wow. I like Monkey Business. It's one of my favorites. Got great groove, lots of fun to play. But there's a bunch of good ones. I like them all.
Yeah, it's really hard to narrow it down to just one. Probably Youth Gone Wild. To me, it just kind of, for me, it stands for, it's a great way to sum up what the band stands for and what the band represents. That's probably the most powerful one to me.
One of mine. No, We're the Damned, which is coming out here later on this summer. It's so true. We're the Damned.
Hey.
I have two. Quicksand Jesus is one, and Kings of Demolition that we did tonight off the latest EP. That's the other. Just I love it. There are those songs where I could just close my eyes and just play, and I don't even have to look at my bass. I don't even have to listen to anyone else on stage. They're just those songs that are kind of magic, and we worked really hard and argued over both of these songs and just rewrote them about 4 or 5 times each. So that the work that was involved, and if we write the song, we got to bring it to these guys and see if they like it. So it's just like, we work really hard. We'll be like, okay, hope they like it, and everyone's like, either like, yeah, or you know. So those two songs are really special to me.
Stairway to Heaven.
Okay.
See, no one knows I wrote that, see? Now you got something to write about. In all honesty, I like to think that we haven't written it yet. It's so hard, so I like to think that we haven't written it yet. And it's so great to be a part of something for so long and still be inspired to create music and to go out and play. And the fact that, in all honesty, the fact that we're able to sit here and talk to you guys and play a show in front of people, it's the most humbling thing in the world, and we kid you not, it doesn't get lost on us. It's really, that you guys give us the ability to go out and play shows is fucking amazing. So, you know what, thank you guys, seriously, in all honesty, thank you.
You know, back to what Rachel was saying about those guys bring in one great song after another. It's like, it's never ending. But every once in a while.
More than that.
What about your preference releasing EPs? The reasons why?
You know what? It just seemed to make sense in this day and age. You write 6 or 7 songs and you put it out. It makes everything a little bit shorter. It doesn't overload the listener with too much, and hopefully leaves the listener wanting more. And it gives us the ability to keep it really exciting, and the creative process is a lot more fun. Instead of sitting in the studio for 2 months or in the studio for 2 weeks, it costs a lot less to record, therefore it costs a lot less to sell. And I think that, I know myself, I get bored pretty quick, so I don't want, or we don't want people just to be like, skip over that. It makes sense to us to release less songs, but in quicker intervals. And so hopefully the audience will think the same thing. And we don't know if we're going to do this forever, but we decided to do 3 in a series, and number 2 will come out first week of August, and then we'll do the 3rd one, then we'll see from there. But for now, it seems to make sense.
It's a lot more fun to, write 10 songs and pick 5 than to write 25 songs and pick 10. And we get together down in Atlanta where I live, and just it's such a creative environment, and we just write and play and change stuff, and it's just 3 small bodies of work that make 1 large body of work. We're going to add extras into the 3rd one. It's going to be really cool. It's really cool. And it's fun.
And we used to be of the mindset that we would release a record and we tour from anywhere from 12 to 18 months. And by the time you're done touring, at least us, we're burnt, man. We're burnt, and it takes a while to create the next piece of work. And so we're like, it just makes sense on all levels for us as a band to maintain the touring schedule and to be able to still release new music as well.
In 2016, Skid Row is going to turn 30. Do you prepare something special, like a live album?
No. No, we're like,
we're turn 40.
Well, this is our 25th anniversary this year of the first record, and we're just kind of relishing in the fact that we've been able to do this for so long, and that you all have allowed us to do this for so long.
We don't plan that far ahead.
We don't plan tomorrow.
Where are we going tonight?
Exactly. No, it's an honor to be able to still make music. So if that happens and we're still around then, which I pray and hope for, it'd be awesome.
Obviously, you're saying there actually 25th anniversary is your first album, but they were the dark days. The dark days of the 90s, where your kind of music wasn't popular. How did you keep yourself motivated to carry on throughout the 90s?
I'll never forget, I think we were in Europe, and LA Guns was opening up for us, and Tracy Guns came into my room with a cassette, and he said, "Oh, I gotta play you this band, it's called Nirvana." And we put in the cassette player, and I just looked at him and I go, we're going out of fucking business soon, right? and it was a changing of the guard, but it happens all the time. We are one of the bands that are fortunate enough to still, we did separate things, Scotty had stuff, I had stuff, Snake had stuff, and it's before we met Rob and Johnny. We were still up in Jersey, and it was just one of those things where it's like, we knew music was still there inside us, but just had to wait it out. We had different projects separately, together, and then it just came back around, and that's when we realized, we weren't going to just go into obscurity, and Skid Row meant a lot to a lot of people, including us, and we realized that then, just around 2000, that's when we found Johnny.
14 and a half years.
And so just picked it up where we left off.
Paul from Classic Rock Russian here. So my question is, some bands, well, we can take Aerosmith as an example, live backstage, let's say, changed drastically from the 70s. So now, all these wild pipes changed to no smoking, no drinking, healthy food and stuff. So how is it changed for you, or is it still changing for you?
I think we ate a piece of lettuce this morning, so that's about as healthy as it gets.
Yeah, my first meal of the day was fine. And I thank you again for giving me a fruitful and nutritional breakfast.
It's good for you, right? It hasn't changed much with us. I mean, we were never a band, we were always drinkers,
Well, we never did drugs.
Never got into drugs.
The night is young.
We've seen too many of our friends fall to it, and we're never into, but we kind of eat healthy. Nah, fuck it, no we don't. We don't eat healthy. We're drinkers.
Have you guys had the pizza around back? It's fucking amazing.
It is. It's awesome.
Pizza's so fucking.
The Hellfest wine's okay.
So, hello from Greece, first of all. From Greece, hello. From Greece. I wanted to ask you, rate some people. I love your playing on the Stone Sour albums. And Corey Taylor called a few nice words about your music about the first albums. And do you see your music going to be influential in your bands like Stone Sour, like that? And how do you feel about it?
You know, I never thought it was, because we meet bands that came out way after we did, and it's always such an amazing compliment when they come up and say, oh man, we grew up listening to you guys, or this album meant so much. When I got a call from Corey and he asked me to play on the record, I was floored. I couldn't believe it. He asked me because I'm a fan of the band, and they're just such amazing musicians. When they asked me, I was like, yeah, when, where, how many songs? And he said 23. Wait a minute. Only 10 on an album, right? And it was just a really great experience, and we sat there talking about road stories, and he asked me, Corey's a Skid Row fan, which was such a huge compliment, you know. And we speak quite a bit, and just bust each other's balls, but when we meet, where do we play? We play Lubbock, and with Deftones and Stained, and when we get, being around as long as we have, and when we get on bills with these bands, it's pretty cool, you know, because we've been around for 25 years, and it's a really cool thing to be accepted by a crowd and by musicians that came out way after we did, so it's a really beautiful thing.
And bands that we listen to. I mean, those are, you know, contemporary bands that we listen to.
Absolutely.
Question. I think it was about this time last year when we were talking in Sweden about your first EP. And if I'm not mistaken, the second one was not meant to take that long to come out. So why is that? And what should we expect?
It's been done for a while. It just made sense for, we have 2 different record labels, so not to bore you with all the bullshit, but it just made better sense for both labels to release in the first week of August. That was the best time for both of them. It's been done for...
Yeah, I sang that shit we finished it in January. And if it was up to me, it would have been out in February. But I don't get to make those decisions.
So musically, what should we be expecting from
it's
number 2 and
great.
3?
It's great. Of course.
It's heavy like the first one. And
Band's on fire.
It really, it's a continuation of the first EP for sure.
Anytime you put a lot of your time and effort into a body of work, and it's such a positive experience that the results are always really good. So, and this was a great experience. I mean, we had a great time making the first one. We're getting in the groove. It's like non-thinking in the studio. It's just really good energy. So the result was kick ass.
It is. Sing a Death Angel song for us.
You don't want me to sing it.
I totally do.
Death Angel, Death Angel, woo, woo, woo.
Anything else, guys? We all good? Well, thank you all very much, man. That was awesome.
Thanks, guys.